I'm George Buckley. I landed here in 1976. Captain Don Stewart had just opened Aquaventure Habitat, which is now Habitat, after a decade and a half in Bonaire, working at different hotels, doing charters, doing diving, but his boat had sunk, the beloved Valerie Queen. He loved diving, he loved the oceans, and so he wanted his own place. He wasn't away like Walt Disney. He had a dream. And what he did is he engaged dozens of people to help him realize that dream. The one thing he knew, like Walt Disney knew, is things keep changing. Docks, boats, piers. The original dive trucks we had were refitted garbage trucks that he put benches in and drove us around. Because we didn't have docks, didn't have piers. We didn't have boats when I arrived. I arrived to study land snails, of all things, from Harvard University. I sent a note to the Lieutenant Governor asking permission to collect some land snails, caracoles. Don was standing there, arms crossed, in his Speedo, his usual outfit, with this crumpled up note in his hand, and asked me a whole bunch of questions. What are you here for? Where are you from? What are you doing? I was in a suit coat and tie. He was in a Speedo. I was sweating bullets. But anyway, he assessed me, and very shortly put his big weather-beaten hand on my shoulder and said, "Okay, clam," having asked me what I studied besides land snails. I said clams and snails and things. Let's get to it. Turns out the crumpled up letter was to the Lieutenant Governor of Santiago, giving me permission to do my work here. And Don was very suspicious then, as he always was, of anything to do with the government. Along the way, he created, as did Walt Disney, a vision that lives on to this day, that celebrates its 50th year this September. And as part of that celebration, Habitat is running a special promotion, 1976 promotion, $1,976 for 2 people in a room with 6 boat dives each for a week and unlimited shore diving. Captain Don would have loved it. And so we celebrate him as Habitat grows and moves into the future. It's a great place. It's a wonderful place. We hope you'll come visit and perhaps join us in the adventures of Captain Don. When I arrived, we didn't have depth gauges. We used his ribbons, which turned darker and darker and darker green and then black as we got to the depths. Today, we have all kinds of really neat diving gear. You can bring your own, you can rent your own, you can snorkel, and there's all of the great things to do on this island. So we hope you'll join us in Bonaire in 1976's 50th anniversary in 2026 of Habitat.